I got a presentation for property managers. I think it kind of applies to self-managed stratas too, because I'm just going to touch on what the benefits are for managing document requests through StrataPress. And our Strata portal for self-managed stratas has these same features, same function, and so you can follow along. The process of actually providing a Form B and Form F is a little different for self-managed stratas, but it's pretty simple and pretty similar. A couple of little variances. So I got this up here on the screen. You can make me full screen if you want there, get a little more detail, Ryan, if everything's good. And yeah, okay. Throw me up. I'll throw up a few slides, and then I'll show the actual interface for processing the documents. So we sell Strata documents to realtors, lawyers, and notaries. That's our primary business. That's how we stay in business. We try and keep the costs low. We don't charge property management companies to use our platform. We partner with property management companies to provide a solution for realtors, lawyers, and notaries, and also for Strata owners. So we know what the problem is these days, of course, not enough Strata managers. And so having a Strata manager who's very valuable, wasting time on administration of document requests is a terrible waste of their time when it can be automated. And so that's what we set out to do. Not enough Strata managers, so doing paperwork is a bit of a pain. Realtors, from their perspective, they have to get these documents, and in most cases, they contact the property management company and they're going to be told, go to the website, download the PDF file if you can find it, print it, fill it in, scan it, fax it and email it, and then it goes into the ether. They have to wait for a response from the property management company. And then once they've made arrangements for when they're going to get it, they have to arrange the pickup. Usually it's like a courier, or they have to go down to the office themselves to pick up the paperwork. And they have to arrange payment. And in a lot of cases, it's cash, exact change only, or a certified check, because a lot of property management companies don't process credit card transactions. So that's on the realtor side. On the property management side, they can take 30 to 60 minutes to process an order the old way. They'd have to find the documents in their many boxes of documents or filing cabinets. They have to scan those documents in. They have to be reviewed. Then they have to be printed out or uploaded somewhere. And so that can take 30 to 60 minutes. I work with a lot of companies that average 10 or more requests per day. So to have somebody who's basically working full time on processing document requests is not good business, considering the fact that they can only charge 25 cents per page and it covers their costs. They can charge a rush fee, whatever they like there, but pretty much the Strata Property Act or the regulations set the prices, and they haven't changed in probably over 25 years. So a waste of time for them on the property management side as well. So what we did, automated document requests. We guarantee payment to the property management company. There's zero cost, zero risk, zero loss of revenue to work with StrataPress. On the realtors side, currently they have access to over 1,500 Strata corporations. We're pushing up towards 250,000 Strata documents. That's growing every day by probably 200 to 300, even 500 documents per day. They get immediate downloads and a bunch of other benefits that I highlighted yesterday with the presentation for the realtors. So that leaves the property manager time to go do something else, which is what they should be doing, dealing with their clients and managing properties. So quick look at the dashboard. I mean, I just wanted to show you some familiar sites. The document management's really easy. The document folders are in a familiar layout and looks familiar. You can control the permissions on these folders, and you can make up any folders you like. Some of these folders have specific purposes, like depreciation report here. Any depreciation report in there gets attached to a Form B request automatically. We also have a folder called Form B required. Any additional documents that need to be added to a Form B for this property get added by putting them in this Form B required folder. It's not seen by anybody else, just attaches those documents to a Form B request automatically. So we can collect payment on that. The way the documents are named specifically for financials and for minutes of meetings, it's very consistent. You have to upload the documents. You choose what type of minutes they are, in this case, financials, month-end financials, year-end financials, and so on. And then you can drag and drop any PDF file in there. It doesn't matter what it's named. And it'll rename the document based on the information provided, tell you how many pages are there. We calculate the cost at the time the document's uploaded based on the number of pages. So that's all taken care of. We do this for minutes of meetings as well. You choose if it's an AGM, council, SGM, or other, and put in the dates, and then you can just drag and drop that file into the upload screen, and it'll rename that document based on the information provided. With the financials, because some companies, could be managing up to 200 properties, they send us all of their month-end financials in a zip file once a month, and we bulk upload those for them, because to go to every individual property, it would take a long time. So we provide document uploading services. We have a dedicated email. Property management companies can send us, and self-managed stratas can send their documents to that email, and they will get uploaded by us. So we can save you some time on administration there. Works really well with the month-end financials. You can click on any document, open it up, read it online, view it, preview it, whatever it needs, just to see if that's the document you want to download. Maybe you're looking for specific information. You can also search each folder or all folders for documents. It doesn't search the content currently. We're working on that, but it does search the name of the document. So anything named bylaws, for instance, you can search all the properties or just individual properties and find these documents quickly. We're working on AI that'll help expedite that process and actually provide you content from within the document as well. So you can ask about a pet law bylaw. It'll pull up the actual bylaws and highlight the pet information within those bylaws. So that's kind of a future development. Again, you can control permissions, who can see these folders. It goes right down to using the Strata owners portal. So you can control, you can have a council only folder. You can have folders for tenants, owners. You can do whatever you like. You can control who can access this information. So for strata management, property management companies, this is the benefits: automated document requests, guaranteed payments. You can create strata certificates online, the Form B and Form F. We have two ways to administer these requests. You can either do it through a central administration, where you have an administrator receive the request, they fill out the information, and then they request a strata manager who has signing authority to review it and approve it. It goes back to the administrator, and then it's completed. Or you can have strata managers with a portfolio of properties, and they're responsible for what's in their portfolio. And you can have multiple managers on a single property. You can request undertakings through our platform for Form Fs if you require those. It's all done online through the system. Everything is documented and archived, so you don't lose information. The Form B attachments I told you about, Form B required. You get the depreciation reports, and any additional documents will be added to a Form B request automatically, and we can collect payment for those. You can control your rush orders. We do 24, 48, or 72-hour rush. You can turn those on and off. You can set the rates for each one of those. We can handle section stratas. So when somebody orders a Form B from a section strata, they'll get two Form Bs, one for the section, one for the primary strata plan. Monthly sales report. There's holiday scheduling, so you can make sure that you don't accept any requests that are due on a day that your office is closed. And of course, we have the Strata owners portal, which is something completely different, but it's a value-added service we provide to companies that partner with us. They can use that Strata owners portal to distribute documents, communicate with their Strata owners, and that can be a value-added service they just offer, or they can provide a service through an administration fee, which might be a yearly subscription, just to make sure that they can assign somebody to those portals and deal with the communication, all that type of thing. Easy onboarding. If you work with us, we'll help you with the onboarding. We import all your property information. We provide a place for you to upload your documents. We'll sort the documents, we'll upload them. We'll make sure you're all set up, and so it doesn't interrupt your day-to-day operations. This can take anywhere from a week to a month, in some cases 3 months. It's a bit of a task, but to get you on board, it only has to be done once. And from there, it's just a matter of maintaining your documents. Just keep them updated. Distribute your minutes and meetings through StrataPress. You can send them to all your Strata owners and upload them to the appropriate documents in one step. So you can just go to stratapress.com, click on register an account, create a property management account, and then from there we can, or you can contact me and we can talk about what your needs are and how we can partner and what service we can provide and get you started really easily. And you can get rid of this nightmare that is Strata documents the old way. One company they have 5,000 boxes, boxes, the legal size boxes of these documents, plus about 3 rooms of filing cabinets. They're paying rent in a premium location to keep paper. So they are transferring all of that paper into digital. It'll take some time, but that's how you scale. So then we just skip to the website. There's stratapress.com. Just go there, register an account. You can also find more information under solutions for property managers. Just take a look at that. Contact me if you have any questions. And the portal itself, this is just a demo account, but I wanted to show you basically this is what a property management account looks like. There's lots of features on the side here for the Strata Owners Portal, as well as managing your own team, Strata managers. We have an account type for rental managers who are involved in managing rentals. So I won't get into that too much, but rental managers can be assigned to a Strata owner's property, and they can receive updates that the Strata owner gets sent to them from the property management company as well. Stay in the loop of what's going on in the property itself, of course, your list of owners and so on. But I want to show you the processing of a Form B or Form F. So the list of orders are here. Every Strata manager will have the orders they're assigned to as far as the properties. So anytime property they're assigned to gets an order, it appears on their dashboard. They also get email notification, links directly to the orders, make it really simple. Our job, kind of like our approach, is to make Strata managers' job more enjoyable. So it's a more attractive career path for people. I'm sure there's a lot of brave people who might be asked, if anybody asks you if you want to be a Strata manager, you probably say no. It takes somebody who's very pragmatic and can make decisions and can manage multiple personalities. So getting rid of the stress is a primary focus, and through our portal, that's what we're looking to do for Strata management. Of course, our foot in the door is managing the documents, selling documents, and expanding on the services we can offer. So let's just take a look at an order here. This one's due within 24 hours. Here's all the details of the order. This one's for a Form B and a Form F. Typically, only notaries and lawyers would order a Form F. Realtors tend to order Form Bs. If they just order documents, they pay for the documents. The property management company gets a sales report about it, what was purchased, who purchased it, what was collected, and goes into their sales report. But there's nothing to do. The only time they have to respond to anything is when there's a request for a Form F or a Form B. So all the details are here. This one is actually one I've kind of worked on already. I'm going to just go back to my orders here. Sorry, dashboard. I want to show you one that hasn't been worked on yet, a new one, which I think could be this one here. I put a rush on one of them. So, but I didn't touch it yet. Yeah, this is the new one. So this gives you the order details at the top, the cost. You can break that down. It shows you, they paid a rush fee here. There's a processing fee, GST, the documents fee that was collected. Status is pending, the due date. It's a 48-hour rush. And so you can see the cost breakdown there. Who it was requested by, Joe Realtor, provides all their details, contact information, and so on. The Strata information, this is the property that they're requesting information on. Sometimes they might provide the wrong information. So if they do, these fields are editable. And when you change them, it gets an update button over here. That prints out on the Form B certificates and the Form F, so it has to be correct. Of course, name of the seller and some other information there. These are all the documents they actually ordered and they've received. They can download these documents immediately after purchase, other than the Form Bs and the Form F. And then up here, you can add additional files to the order if you need to, if it's something specific or was forgotten or wasn't in the required folder. And then to create a Form B, you can either upload one. A lot of companies use a different program to create a Form B, and they can upload a Form B. This feature is not available for self-managed Stratas. They have to create the document online so that we can make sure they're remaining compliant with the certificate. So if you're going to create one, you can upload one, bypass the online creation form, but you can create a Form B. It's just a matter of filling in the information here. And you're given choices. If there's something about parking, you'll get additional fields if it's a yes or a no. You can add notes to each one of these sections, provide a lot of detail. You can add a general note at the bottom here, and then you sign this off electronically. Self-managed stratas will require 2 signatures. They get one from the person who creates the certificate, and then they request a signing off from another council member who reviews the same information and can sign off on it. Some companies have multiple departments. They'll send this Form B to the accounting department first for the financing stuff. They'll fill in the information that they have, and then they can save this form as incomplete. And that way you can't complete the order until this information's been provided, or at least the rest of the mandatory information's been provided. But if all the information's there and your departments are talking to each other, then they can just update the form, and it is ready to go. It'll track who was the last person to work on this form. If it is sent to somebody to authorize, it'll say down here it's been sent to so-and-so to authorize the documents or the Form B. And so it just keeps track of what activity is actually happening within that form. This little menu up at the top is handy. You can do a few features up here. You can reschedule this order to a future date if there's a reason to do that. Sometimes a realtor has a closing date that's further down the road, or there could be other reason, waiting for information. You can reschedule this order, and when you reschedule it, it sends a notification to the person who requested the document, and you can provide a reason for rescheduling to a future date. Reschedule the order, cancel the entire order. You can also cancel just the Form F. If somebody orders it and doesn't really need it, you can cancel that. We'll refund that amount for the Form F, or you can cancel the entire order. You can send messages through our system. You can send a direct message to Joe Realtor. And when I say, hi, Joe, send the documents. So I will send Joe, spell his name right, and send a message. And that message will go directly to Joe Realtor. And if he has his SMS or text messaging set up, he'll get a text message. Otherwise, he'll get an email with a link. And that link takes him to a web page where he can verify his email once, and then he can communicate on an ongoing thread through that link. And it sends the message back here. This message thread gets archived on this order, so you can see the conversation. It will never disappear from here. And on the realtor's side, on their dashboard, they have a messages tab too for every order, and they can see the back and forth conversation from that message. So it's a new feature. It's proven to be very popular, and it works well. Undertaking requests. If you got a Form F, you can request an undertaking. That'll go to the realtor or whoever requested it. You can send this information. You can edit that information, the email address if you need to. You can add an attachment. You put in the amount owed, any additional information, and then send undertaking request. When I send this, say it's a $225 what's owed, and you put in a message like pay up, and then send undertaking request. This will sit on the dashboard as waiting for undertaking request. So in order to complete this order, we either need to receive the undertaking request, or you need to cancel the undertaking request. So that goes to them. They get a link. They click on the link. They'll verify their email, and they can upload their undertaking request in a upload page we provide. Has all the details about the order. They upload the document and they complete it, and it gets attached to this order here. And maybe what I can do is if they don't respond to an undertaking request, I can actually resend this undertaking email. And when I open this window, I can copy this link here. That's the link they were sent. And you can send that link directly in a different email if you want. You can send this again to a different recipient. But that link, if I just, I'll post it in here, looks like this. And so now if I just open up a folder here, let me drag a folder. Let me just grab this. And I will just grab a document like this one. Upload it here. Complete undertaking request. You can put a message in here. It just says, thank you. Thank you. And then complete undertaking request. And that's all there was to it on that side. I go back to the order here and just refresh. I'll see now that that undertaking is attached to the order. And I can click on that and download that document. It can't be deleted. So if they uploaded the wrong document, you have to actually request another one. But so it doesn't get lost. We don't give any option to delete. And anywhere in StrataPress, there's not really any option to delete anything other than on request. It's for transparency. And so things don't get lost. So back up to this again, that's the undertaking request. Signing authority, like I said, if you have somebody who fills out this information and then they can request that somebody else sign off on this. So I'll send myself a message and hit proceed. And when I do that, it will log that on the order itself again. Undertaking request, let me just refresh this page. I think you have to do that. So now it says letter of signing authority, authorization sent to me, status not approved. So it waits until that Strata manager reviews the information and approves it. And once they approve it, it'll get sent back to the administrator to complete the order. And it'll have instructions of either, this is wrong, or they can reject it. And so there's some control there over that. You can give them authorization to edit the Form B directly, or just send back feedback on what needs to be changed. So I'll cancel the signing authority. And we've got the undertaking letter uploaded. There's a listing contract. You can request a listing contract from the realtor if you require one. You can also request listing contracts at the time of order if you need them. You can print this order as well. This will download a PDF file, which you can open up and print, and it has all of the order details contained within it. So that's there. And then once everything's done, we'll just do the Form F real quick. Just create a Form F, sign off on this, just say Sean Jordan, and update form. So now my Form B is complete, my Form F is complete. Now I get this button to complete order. I click on complete order, and I can complete this when it's due, which is Friday, May 17th on the rush, or complete it now and it'll send that off to the person who requested the documents right away. To manage expectations, we always say to complete when due. And even if I do that, complete order when due, then it will send automatically when the due date is, 9:49 a.m. on Friday, May 17th. A notification will go out to the realtor and they can download this order. So you can do the orders when it's convenient and manage those expectations so that people don't expect to get documents in 24 hours when they didn't pay for that service, or maybe they're just expecting it because last time they got it in 24 hours. If you need to, you can complete the order immediately. If they come back and say, well, I really need it today, you say, well, it's not due till Friday. Okay, maybe they, whatever arrangements you have. In any case, you can complete the order now and it'll send this order immediately, even though it's been scheduled to be sent. And that's really how simple it is to complete a request for documents online. Everywhere else on here, property-wise, uploading documents, anybody's interested, I can show you how that's all managed. Like I said, we partner with property management companies to get documents automated for your side. Benefits for everybody, the realtor, the property management company. Everybody wins with this and saves time. So we take, by the way, you can add notes up here too for every order. I've seen some companies use this just to put in the undertaking request information, and then they can just save the note, and other people can see what was viewed. So that's that. That's what I wanted to show you today, how simple it is to work with StrataPress to sell documents.
Awesome. That was great.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have some questions here. Someone wants to know, they say their property manager uses StrataPress, but they want to go self-managed and port over the account effectively.
Yes, we can do
that. How can you do that?
We can move any property from one property management portfolio to another. So we can move, if one company is taking over and it's on StrataPress, they try to add that property to StrataPress, it'll tell them this property is being managed by so-and-so, request it to be transferred, select a date. It sends a request for transfer. Once it's been approved, then that entire portfolio for that property is transferred to the other company. And we can also switch any Strata corporation from professionally managed to self-managed. So you don't lose any data. That's the thing with StrataPress. You keep your data. It doesn't matter who's managing your property. You can use it. We've had some companies go to, or some Strata corporations go to property management companies that are not using StrataPress, and they've insisted, like, you got to keep using StrataPress or we'll go somewhere else. That's great for us. They usually get on board and ignore that request anyway. So some people just, it just takes a matter of time to get them turned over. But, we can accommodate if you want to go from a professionally managed situation to self-managed. Click of a button, we can change your account to self-managed. And then we'll provide you guidance and make sure you understand exactly how to process the Form Bs and Form Fs. We do have help online, and we have some step-by-step user guides. And we're starting to build some tutorial videos as well to help with that.
Awesome.
Yeah, easy.
Another one is regarding the rush fees. They're wondering how those work. Is it something that you guys set as a company, or that each
each company under their settings, the property management settings, there's a property management account, and then below that's the strata managers and rental managers. The property manager sets these rates. So in their settings, they can set whatever rate they want for 24-hour, 48 or 72-hour. If they don't want to offer 24 hours, they can just uncheck that, and they'll only be offering 48 and 72 hours. Some of the other options in here, we do make it so that if a realtor purchases a depreciation report and then they come back and order a Form B, and that gets attached to the order again, that might be an $80 report. We can track that they purchased it, and they can remove it from the order. But we also have to provide the property management company with a way to remain compliant with the Strata Property Act and force the download of the depreciation report with every order. So that's an option in here. We do have options that to use the Strata Owners Portal. Some property management companies are like, well, I don't provide documents for free. We can set it up. You can set it up so that any user, if it's a Strata owner, you can charge for documents, or you can have them available for free 60 days for 60 days after they're uploaded, or even 2 years. So any documents over 2 years, they have to be purchased, things like that. There's control over notifications, aliases. If once the order is completed, somebody gets notified, they can download that entire order on the property management side in a zip file and then archive it. So they have a history of every single order, even though those orders are on our system. If you lose that property, you won't have access to that history anymore. But if you download each order as they're completed, then you can keep an archive of exactly what was sent and to who. And so those are some of the settings we have for the property manager. There's order reminders. So you can have company-wide order reminders that, 2 hours before every order is due, a notification goes out just to make sure people are on top of it. Controlling all the options for every property. This is a great little feature because in here, for every property, I can select what option I want to provide. So if I'm like, this property doesn't allow documents for owners or documents for tenants, then I can come in here and turn that option on and off for every property without having to go to each individual property to change those settings. Mm-hmm. So those type of things, you can export that information. if you have multiple offices, you can assign strata managers to different office locations. We have someone on the island here. They're in Victoria, some with an office in Nanaimo and Courtney. And so it'll display a map of the properties based around that office location. And of course, our holiday calendar, if you need to, around holidays, maybe you've got extended days off, like next week, I guess Tuesday, these are the standard holidays for the year. And so they're already blocked off. But if you're like, well, actually in that May weekend, we're off for the whole week. Yeah. And so nothing will be due on those days. And so if somebody orders on a Friday and it's 24-hour service, it's actually going to calculate it based on landing a week later, because all these days are closed. And of course, nothing gets due on the weekends. So those type of features, yeah. So easy control there for rush fees.
And I guess we can also say like why there are rush fees again, right? Some of the managers, they're going to be dealing with their clients usually throughout the day, but they get a lot of these requests, and to try and prioritize and make it worth their time, they set their own fees, right? This has nothing to do with StrataPress
we just collect payment. Exactly. We just collect payment for the property management company. And our fee is taken from the person requesting the document. And we have other sources of revenue as well. So we're, half the cost of the competing company. And we also provide, by the way, we provide that Eli report for property managers. We encourage them to upload a good number of documents so that when an Eli report is requested, a good report can be generated. In addition to that, it does pull the minimum required documents from their portfolio or from the property portfolio of documents. Yeah. So it can produce that Eli report. So it actually helps increase sales a little bit there. We do have alerts for realtors for new documents. So when new documents are uploaded, it alerts the realtor for 60 days that, hey, there's new minutes of meetings or financials or depreciation report. So it alerts them, and then they can come and purchase those documents. So, we look at it as a business way, save time, save money. How can we sell more documents? How can we provide more benefit on the realtor's side as well? And, we have some administration for companies that have multiple realtors. They might have an administrator who's like, I need to be attached to all these accounts so I know what they're spending. We can do that through StrataPress. So a real estate firm can access all of their realtors' accounts on StrataPress and produce a monthly report to know what expenses were done and so on. I just pulled up this screen. This is a working company, just to give you an idea of, the volume of some of these companies. It's a big, it's a requirement of the property manager to provide these documents. It's not something they voluntarily want to do necessarily. It's not a moneymaker. It's more of a hindrance. So it really helps to automate a lot of this. So this is what a typical day looks like. These are orders that are due, overdue. There might be a reason why that one is sitting there overdue, waiting on undertaking request. Gives you some idea. It color codes. I just want to show this because it shows you color codes things when they come up. It's within 48 hours, it's green. Within 24 hours, it's orange, and then overdue is red. And everything else is here. You can see waiting for undertaking request, waiting for undertaking request. So you can see the status of what's going on with these properties. And then you click on any one of these. I can see who worked on it. I can see who's, when it's due, that type of thing. And then, of course, these are all the properties in the portfolio for this company. And like I said, it isolates each property. For if I'm just a property manager, I have 10 properties, it'll just show my properties and so on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we have one last question, and we have about 1 minute left. So is this similar to eStrata Hub? What are the differences?
The difference is eStrata Hub, first of all, on the realtor side, it's quite expensive. You don't know what you're spending when you place an order because they don't collect payment up front. When you receive documents, you'll get a bill. Could be anywhere from $100 more than you expected. Could be less, maybe even $200. In some cases, $400 more. the file, I understand, comes as one big, large PDF file, so it's like 400 pages. Ours come as individual files, and you can download them individually or download them in the zip file. You get documents immediately. I don't think you do through Strata Hub. You have to wait for every document, including the Form B certificates. But if you just want financials, you can get them from StrataPress immediately. So other than that, I don't know. I've never used Strata Hub. Just based on feedback. I know their cost just went up to $40 per order, and their Eli report's $40. Our fee is $20, and you get the Eli report for free. And I think, in the end, the property manager still has to find the documents and upload them to fulfill an order through Strata Hub. So every request requires administration. Ours is automated. You can be selling documents at 3 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and the realtor's happy because he got the documents they need, obviously working on something at 3 in the morning. And so we're open 24/7. Put it that way. Plus, try calling somebody at Strata Hub and get them on the phone. Good luck. We got support, live chat, phone support, email support.
All right. Well, that was a great presentation there, Sean.
All right. Thank you very much.
And everyone can go to stratapress.com if they want to learn more and contact Sean and the team.
Stratapress.com or email me info@stratapress.com. My name's Sean.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Sean. Thanks for
All right, Ryan.